BBC News headlines. Access denied. New rules under the Home Secretary James Cleverly. The plan is to remove the 18,600 rule to £38,700. Utterly shocking for any genuine relationships out there. So now you've got the hurdle as if you don't earn £38,700, game over. Forget it. You are not going to bring your loved one into this country. And yes, you might say, well, that's okay. I might only be earning, say, 30,000, but surely she can get a job which will then be over 38,700. No. Yes and no. You need to be on 38,700 just to bring her in on entry clearance. That's before she's permitted to work. So how many people on average are going to earn over the top dollar at £38,700? I mean, I heard this on a sleepy 5 a.m. when I woke up for work, and I briefly had the TV on and I could hear some minister whittling on about legal immigration. I went, oh, here we go. And my eyes just started to roll, going, here we go. You're gonna tackle all the legal migration where they're paying the visa fees, they're paying the surcharge, they're paying the tax, they're paying the NHS ILF surcharge, which is going up, by the way, from April next year to £1,035 per single year. So you're taxing what's already heavily taxed. And people don't understand there's two types of migration. It's illegal on the boats coming over from France, and there's legal, which is your people who have said who are paying and paying and paying. And the issue now is obviously from my channel, it's the genuine Joe Blogs who's fallen in love with someone in Vietnam or Philippines. Ain't gonna happen, because if you're not earning 38,700 from April of next year, game over. You can't even bring her in. You can't even bring her in on a fiancé visa on entry clearance to then eventually get work, unless you're earning 38,700. It's shocking revelation, and it's horrendous. I mean, I had this conversation last night with Melissa in bed, just saying, what would we have done if we were in that situation? And the only answer is just continue a long distance relationship. Just instead of spending that money on visa fees, is just say, right, okay, every 8 months I'm making a trip. Every 12 months I'm making a trip over for a fortnight. Relook at where you want to live. Do you really want to come to the UK? Do you really want to come? It's time to actually reconsider the environment and the country you move to. Maybe you go there if that's possible. But it's not always possible, is it? I mean, there's so many things going on in my head. I mean, that's 38,700, and that's before you've got dependents. So say she's out there and she's got a little child you want to bring in, well, surely it'll be more, because I don't know what the figure is on the child, but it'll be at least 3,000. So it'll be 38,700 for her, plus another 3,000 for the child. So then you're into 40,000. So this is only for the elite now. The average Joe like me doesn't stand a chance. You don't fall in love with somebody abroad. It comes to that point. Be careful who you fall in love with, because there's no certainty and there's no guarantee that you're going to be in a position to bring her over. But the other thing in my mind is 18,600 to 38,700. That's a massive leap. To be a bit kinder, I think they should have benchmarked that in the middle, maybe like 24,000, 25,000 a year. Reasonable, acceptable. But to jump from 18,600 to 38,700, plus put the visa fees up, NHS surcharge is now going to go up to £1,035 a year. The cost of doing it anyway is just astronomical. It's not reasonable. But thinking about a little bit of a back door to get around this, say you only earned 30k, You need to earn 38.7, so you're 8 grand short. What if you lent 15, 20 grand off the bank 6 months before you did the application? You put that money in an ISA 6 months before, so then you had statements, bank statements to show you had capital. Then when you made the application, you submitted it with only 30,000 earnings, but there's 20k savings. Would the savings be enough to water down the money that you didn't earn? Possibly. You could get around it that way, but obviously then you're taking out £20,000 loan. But you could take out the loan, obviously repay every month, but put the money in an ISA, so it looks like you've got savings. That's a potential way around it, just at the point of trying to bring her into the country. Then once she's in the country and she's got a job, and you're both earning, and hopefully earning over the 38,700, you've got around it. Interesting. That's something I'd do. That's something I would do. Yeah, why not? Yeah, you're paying interest on the loan, but then you're earning interest on the ISA. Probably interest on the loan is like that, and the interest on the ISA is like that, but everything comes at a cost. So I think it's a case of only the extremely serious will do this. Anyone who's kind of in a relationship where they've got 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the land going, oh, should I, do I like her, do I love her enough? Only the extremely serious are going to go through with this, because they've just increased the amount of money you've got to earn. They've increased the cost of it. They've increased the contribution to the NHS. There's also the other issue that they've extended the 5 years to 8 years. So they've made the pain for longer. More pain for longer. I wouldn't like to be doing it now. Nope. I wouldn't like to be doing it now. Definitely rethink where and what I wanted to do, and where and what we wanted to do as a couple. But I don't think it's realistic. I think they're doing it for newspaper headlines, because there is elections next year. Fingers crossed the Tories don't get in. I don't know who else would be worthy of getting in. I know there's Labour, as a Labour government. They might come in and say, right, we're going to get rid of that. We're going to totally scrap that sort of bullshit. I don't know if they would or not. It's the unknown, but that is a new immigration policy set to roll out from April 2024, and that is only in about 3 months' time. So, and I also don't know if it's anyone made application. So you've currently brought somebody in on 18,600. They're then going to change it to 38,700. Are you going to be rolled up in this mess, or are they going to have discretion and still allow you to earn less? I don't know the rules on that. Right now, this is all just headline news in the newspapers and online. I don't know what the actual detail is of it, but it ain't good. So yeah, only the extremely serious will apply for this, or only the people who are on pretty hefty salaries, shall I say. For the average Joe, sadly no chance. And that's it. Sorry to bring you bad news.